What do you do when you end up in a bad spot with a 600-pound bike loaded with gear? We're going to talk about that and give you a real-life example and how to get yourself out of that spot. Hopefully you find this topic helpful. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for future content. So on this specific adventure, I was having a ton of fun, and I have been up here several times, so I was feeling confident in the location. I'm about 25 miles from cell service back in the Southern California wilderness. When I took this left though, I was like, this really doesn't look familiar. I was totally expecting something else. I did slow down because it was unfamiliar, and when I came to the top of the hill, before dropping down, I actually stopped, looked around, but it looked like it cut around to the backside, so I was like, cool, let's go check it out. Then as I was heading down the steep incline, basically fully committed because I couldn't turn the bike around on that steep of the hill, I saw that it was a dead end. I was like, well, that sucks. You yourself will also find yourself in this type of predicament in the future if you do adventure biking. The most important thing is to stop and plan how to get yourself out of the situation you're in. And it's also important to slow down, not to stop in a bad spot, and set yourself up for continued movement forward. Basically set yourself up for success with getting out of that situation. For instance, stopping front down against the fence would have been really bad because it was literally downhill all the way into the fence and the soft dirt, and I was unable to push the bike backwards. The way I dealt with that is by turning at the bottom so that I still had room to maneuver once I figured out the plan. I could turn up into the hill, or I could continue down further into the dead end if I needed to be able to get turned around. Second is to remove all the side cases so that the bike is easier to maneuver. I didn't do this until a little later, and that would have saved me some energy, and perhaps I could have moved the bike backwards in the dirt. The decision I made was to use the hill to my advantage, so I was able to push the bike forward. I pushed the bike up the hill a little and then allowed gravity to help roll the bike backwards. If you're not able to push the bike on your own, turn on the bike and use its power to help maneuver. The most important thing is to stay calm. If you panic, you will make a mistake, and that is the last thing you want to do, because you could end up getting the bike in a spot where you can't get it out, or you could end up injuring yourself. In the end, I was able to get the bike turned around, and the bike was surprisingly planted going up the hill. I was expecting an unstable climb out because of how steep and loose the ground was. I do hope you found this video helpful and informative and helps you plan for situations that you may find yourself in. And again, with any situation, it's important to stay calm so that you can successfully maneuver yourself out of that situation.